this young star, she goes by the name of Esther Ochiri. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Esther, tell us, what school do you attend?
TB Senior and Technical.
TB Senior High Technical. Now, how did you develop interest in athletics? Because I know you play hockey.
Yeah, I play hockey.
Speak up a bit.
Yeah, I play hockey. When I was in JHS, I didn't take part in safe sports activities. Why? Because I wasn't that strong. I don't have on my head. So when I got to SS, I stood at the back stage, that is at the back of the stadium, to watch my friends doing it. And when they go around, I'll be like, I can do this and I can do it better. So that was what encouraged me, that was what made me wanting to it. And now I know by the grace of God, by the help of God, things are going well.
Things are going well.
Yeah.
You are about to attain your 18th
Yeah.
year on this planet.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've been playing hockey too for a long time.
Yeah.
Now tell us, in terms of your role models in athletics, who are some of the guys or girls out there that you look up to? Don't tell me Usain Bolt.
Okay, here's the one that I'm going to say. He's the only person.
Why do you like it?
Because he's good environment. When we talk about like this, he's very good, and I like him.
Do you see anybody beating Usain Bolt? All those done before by guys in the do you see anybody beating Usain Bolt? Let's say in the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, actually, I've never watched any of his game that he has been beaten.
Tell me, what are some of the challenges that you go through in terms of an athlete, I should say? What are some of the challenges? As in, do you have training facilities?
Yeah, actually, when I go home, I don't have any training facility. That is, I go to my JHS field because there are no tracks there. I just go around the field and then
Off
that
you
is
go.
all. Yeah.
That you have training partners?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
So how do you go about your regime? Because if you want to be an athlete, you need to push very hard. You
Yeah.
mentioned Usain Bolt. You know what he goes through. Trains a lot. Are you willing to go a step further?
Yeah.
Now you have a manager in Gideon Court. Okay, I know you guys are having an excellent time in terms of he's trying to take you out to maybe South Africa and to the United States. And the United States, we all know, is the bedrock of athletics and then boxing. Not talk about American football and other stuff. Now, what do you have to say to Gideon? Because I know he's been like he's virtually a father figure to you.
Yeah. Okay. What I'll say is that I'm going to
Train that hard.
yeah.
I know, George, it's very hard this time for young athletes to give out some kind of work to their managers because it is a dream come true sometimes. So they find it very difficult to punch something out. But indeed, I was in Jamaica. I saw how Usain Bolt trained. He left all the facilities somewhere else and came to the raw ground. He was using the hills. He was using the sand and then using water. So the endurance was so strong that having the hills and Jamaica is so hilly, like so you imagine the kind of mountains he has been climbing, and then they have a lot of sand, white sand, the shore, and then he uses a lot, and the water. Some of the water, they put him in the water with rope, and they'll be pulling him, and the endurance and water is so excellent.
Well, I know Evander Holyfield, the ex world heavyweight champion, was virtually training with water for and make you that strong.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the things that Hosen would put in there. So I know for that kind of training that he's so strong, physically built, and that it will take a long
Mentally
time.
very sound.
Exactly, because
But
he uses water. When
Right.
you use what you get, you the athlete becomes mentally strong.
Now, I don't know if you heard of girls of your age and boys of your age getting scholarships to the United States of America and some very, let me say, athletic friendly, athletics friendly European countries, right? Are you gunning for such scholarships? Have you discussed that with your manager?
Actually, yeah. And he's willing to do anything that'll make me go high. So where I want to reach.
Listen, in the next about 1, 2, 3 years, where do you think you find yourself? So,
Okay. With the help of God, I know I'll go higher.
I will take you to America.
Okay. I'll be happy.
She's I tell you what, she's just a mile or a few meters away from me.
from the
Because last year there was what we call the fastest person,
Mhm.
which the Ghana Athletics
Did
Association
organize.
and the private organization organized and sponsored by a few good companies down here.
Right.
And the sum was good. Those boys and girls who came first are having
Scholarship.
scholarships.
Three of them.
Yes, the Ghana Athletics Association has sent them to
The
America
States.
and the States.
That
And
is
they
where
are
the dream
training.
begins.
And they are training. So I encourage Esther that
To go further.
put in
All
your
right.
best and run under 10.
Listen, our time is a bit gone, but quickly tell us a bit about your hockey activity. I'm being told you are playing the zone. Is it zone house?
Yeah, I play for the KB zone,
Mm-hmm.
which Mr. Ua coaches us. Yeah, I've played for about 3 or 2 times. Yeah, three times
You
for the
play
zone.
defense.
Yeah,
So,
number two.
number 2.
Yeah,
So now you aiming for the regional.
for the regionals
And then from
next
regionals,
to the
regional.
nationals.
Then you go professional in South Africa. Or to
Yeah.
Sweden. Well, thank you very much, Esther and Theophilus.
Thank you, George.
We would definitely work around the club, try get a sponsorship.
And
Okay.
she's not playing on the Astro thing.
Well, she will be visiting at is it AstroTurf?
Yes.
Is it water based or sand based?
It's the water base.
Water based, okay. So
Yeah.
you have the opportunity of playing on the water base probably a few hours from now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we pause it for a break. When we come back, we will be zooming straight into the camp of the national, the civil supporters in Ghana, and Mr. Amankwa has trekked all the way.